Okay, I just got a notice from the lead chair on this project, and 4 p.m. yesterday, I getting a note saying today today's some reason today's meeting is canceled. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. And he's suggesting redoing it on February the 5th. So that's not something I was aware of because it was not sent out as an email notification. It was just posted in Discord.
February the 5th is not our usual time. What's February
Uh,
the 5th? What
no, it
day of the
is.
week?
It's weekly
Okay.
on the Thursday.
Okay.
That's annoying. I apologize for that. That was not my understanding.
Nah, no worries at all.
So, I mean, we could still say, we could still chat and after an official meeting, we can just still be like, I see some new
Yeah, I mean,
faces
this
here
thing's
that are
automatically
interested. So,
recorded anyway. So, if we want to do a brief, précis here, I mean, we've got, Steve, I'm sure is going to have some questions. And if that helps flesh that out and get the information to you in terms of something more specific, then, like I said, Jacob, you and I had a chat, a couple of weeks ago. And certainly the overview here is that what I saw coming out of your products was and your platform is something that is a huge amount of discussion here at Trust
we're
Over
talking
IP.
now
And
Jacob's platform.
yeah,
And what's your platform, Jacob?
Yeah, so I met with Neil, it was a week or two ago now. We are an AI orchestration, security, and governance platform. So helping with secure deployment of AI agents.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, obviously Joe and I are, or sorry, Joe, Jim and I are ready to answer some questions or, provide an overview if you still like today, or I'm happy to, reschedule it for a time where everyone else from the work group is here as well. Whatever works best for you guys is cool with us.
well, we've got a few people here, so why don't we at least take 10, 15, 20 minutes and cover off and perhaps, like I said, prep some broader questions that may come up so that we can add them to it. As at this point, like I was just reviewing, like I said, there's a diff trusted agent framework group at diff. There's this one and trust over IP. We're all looking at both. What does it mean to put together a chain of AI agents? What does MCP provide you in way of uh, interaction? How secure is it? How do you do trust between agents? If you're using OAuth, it's like, okay. Um, that's not exactly the same thing as doing the cryptographic co-signing and verification you would use in SSIS. And the chair of this is also working on the trust spanning protocol, in which case he's looking at providing, shall we say, if you use MCP to, not so much discover as to, find out the endpoints and saying, okay, the two agents talk to each other. We're going to set up a more secure agent to agent communication through trusted spanning protocol, which is, let's call it a child of DIDCOM in the sense of, being extremely DID centric for communications. So that's, he and his team actually, what I discovered is that Wenjing Chu is the ex CTO and VP of technology at VMware. So that's his history. So he has a little bit of clanky loose changes to play with, his own technology work. So yeah, he and his team have, created the design and implementation of trust spanning protocol, and he's working on that for AI to AI agents. So very much a conversation. So that's, I mean, that's a, those are the sort of things my observation is some of the groups are plowing ahead about agent to agent communication and,
Well, I didn't want to interrupt it too
orchestration.
much, but
Yeah.
if Jacob was going on there, um, I just wanted to get a little background.
Okay.
So Jacob, you wanted him to explain something, correct? Like his whole current platform, correct?
No, I just, what my understanding is the discussions that are going on right now. So I'm seeing a lot of discussions about, looking at, what are the actual technical exchanges between agents, but not necessarily as much as I would have hoped in the way of, okay, so how do you establish trust? And here, unfortunately, there's people who've got a solution who want to see it implemented, and governance and security are, well, we'll get to that later. But that's a big part of it, particularly if you've got just an explosion of agents out there. Who do you trust is no better or any worse than just having random websites that you're not sure if they're if you give them money whether it's going to
There's
actually
a
pay for the
plethora
service or
of
not.
issues. We can leave it at that.
Yeah, let's say.
Okay,
So
Jacob, could I get you to tell me what you're going on about?
Yeah, no, I think what may make some sense, and you guys can let me know if you think something else, but Jim and I are happy to go through the presentation today to give some background on area and like how we approach, all those things you're talking about, Neil. And then that way I think this session's recorded, so that way it could be shared again with the group later. Thinking maybe that would be the best use of time, but also happy to answer specific questions if you guys prefer going about it that way.
okay, so at this point, let's if there's any specific questions, otherwise I would say let's wrap it up and resume doing it a week following.
Wait a minute. Was I supposed to be familiar with some material for today's meeting?
No, it was really I did about a 20-30 minute discussion with Jacob in terms of the platform. There's material I had, which I presume they were going to present to give the background on it and how things fit, as opposed to preparation. Now, if there is material, Jacob, that you guys want to throw out there for people to be familiar with, I would encourage you to do that. This tends to be a group that will read what you send them. That might lead to some more questions. So you could send that. You could send that to me directly, and I can forward it to everybody else in the group. You've got my email.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would just suggest if people want to get a package of information to just throw your emails into the chat. That Jacob and his team can pick
Well,
up.
and are we still using that spreadsheet primarily that Wenjing put up as well, correct?
Well, in terms of what we're shooting at, yeah. This is but that doesn't necessarily have any 100% bearing on what I was expecting out of the presentation today.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to keep all the links in one place. That's all.
No, it's just, if there's, what I would encourage, if there is a package of material, like I said, send it to me. I'll put it in Discord, so here's where to get it, or, whether it's a download or something else. And then everybody else on this call or in the group or is of interest from Trust IP can see the information. So.
Yeah, okay, because I've been kind of putting my stuff in that spreadsheet over there, and mostly my concern is I agree with all this stuff about agents, but it seems to me that step 0 is define an agent, which hasn't been done. So that's principally what my work is about, is creating a taxonomy that enables security and componentization. So yeah, I'm very interested. That's why I'm so interested in your work, Jacob. All right.
All right.
Cool.
So does that make sense? Give everybody back 50 minutes. And we'll do it again next week. I'll just make double sure with Wenjing that we're a go for that. Like I said, I
Yeah, I
apologize.
agree. Give these nice folks some time back in their day.
All righty.
And apologies.
No worries,
Thank you,
guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.